Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel and my Facebook group and business page. My name is Mary Jo Snyder. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am coming to you on a pre-recorded video to share an alternate project with you from the May Exploring in Colors Paper Pumpkin Kit. So here we go. This is the project that I wanted to share with you. It's Fancy FriYAY, and I'm so happy. The weekend is almost here. Okay, let's get started. You will need a circle punch for this project of some sort, or a circle die, whichever you have handy. We are going to grab one of the envelopes, and we'll do a different scene this time. How about this one? And what I want to do to start with is go ahead and I'm going to add some seal here. I'm actually using Seal Plus. A little bit on these flaps so it stays together. So I've added it where the gummy side of the envelope is in these two spots. I'm going to fold this over so it stays together. And you can varnish that real good so you know it's stuck. Come in with my paper trimmer. And I am just going to cut off 1/8 of an inch at the top of that envelope. You now have a cute little envelope that you can tuck something inside, with this beautiful scene on the front and this cute little accent on the back. We're going to utilize the back of this for something different, so I will show you. Now, mind you, if you're using this envelope, you're probably wondering, how are we going to package that to put it in the mail to someone? I have the best tip ever. Okay, now I'm going to take my hole punch, and this is the new 2 3/8 inch hole punch. I'm going to slide the top part of that envelope in here, kind of even it out, and just cut a little swoosh there. Now you're going to see the inside of this. No worries, because we're going to fix that with a piece of designer series paper that we create from a card base. So I'm going to grab the card base that coordinates with this card, or this envelope, and I believe we're going to do some cutting to that. So just bear with me a moment while I find it. I believe it is this one here, with the rolling hills, the beautiful trees, and you hate to cut into it. However, this is a way to get your kit to go a little bit further because you have leftover pieces and parts. Okay, so I want to varnish this, and then I'm going to cut it down the middle. Okay, I'll set my envelope aside for a moment. I'm going to actually open it up this way so that I can actually see where I'm cutting, right on the seam. And then you can pick which side you prefer to use. I really like this because it gives me like the entire scene of the card front. However, I'm going to need some solidness to this. So this path won't necessarily look good on the edge of my card base. So I'm going to actually use this piece here because there's solid colors within this. I know that I'm going to need a piece from the top with the blue that is, I'm just going to cut it right off, 3/4 of an inch. So you know the card width is 4 1/4. So now we have 3/4 in the blue. I'm going to come down here and I am going to cut off. I want to get, yeah, we'll do this. I'm going to cut 3/4 off of this end. Okay. So now you have all of this that you can utilize for something else. Okay. I also need a piece of basic white that is cut down to 4 1/8. Because remember, we cut 1/8 off of the envelope, and 5 3/8. Okay. This is super simple. Now this can be a card for graduation, a happy birthday card, whatever you want it to be. So this one actually is, it doesn't matter where you're going, it's who you have beside you. Cheers to another adventure. So this could be a great graduation card. So let's, again, I'm using my mat that I used yesterday or the other day for my presentation of the Paper Pumpkin Kit. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my adhesive, and I want this to just border the edge of my basic white that's going to go inside the card or the envelope. You will need to trim it because remember we cut off 1/8 of an inch, which is no big deal. Just grab your scissors and snip that piece off. So there is the edge of the card. I also want to take this other piece because you're not going to see this, and I'm going to add adhesive to that as well. But I don't want to see the seam on the inside where this piece is, where we connected everything with the envelope. So you just want to go ahead and add that. And I am using my Seal Plus, which is a little bit dangerous because I couldn't find my other adhesive this morning. So you can come in and you can trim that if it's not even. So again, grab your scissors and just trim that along the edge. And you have that to distract you from the seam inside the envelope. Okay, so now we can go ahead and add some sentiments to the outside of the envelope. And first of all, now you're thinking, why cover the envelope if you are going to need to write an address on it? Don't worry, I got you covered. So, life is meant for good friends and great adventures. What do I want to use for the inside of the card? Let's go with happy birthday. And actually, I think I'm going to use happy birthday for the inside of the card. So that's going to go here. I do want one of those tags, so I am using bits and pieces of the kit to create. And we'll go with this banner so we can layer. So we'll do like we did in the original project. And we'll also use some of that linen thread. But first, let's go ahead and find Cheers to Another Adventure, which is already out here, and then happy birthday can go inside. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp this. Hopefully it's centered to the outside of my envelope. The envelope is now done. We've already got pre-stamped happy birthday from the Paper Pumpkin kit. So the only other thing you're incorporating into this is a piece of basic white that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I want to add some adhesive to this. I don't want too much bulk, and tilt this kind of up. You have plenty of room to write your sentiment. So I'm not adding dimensionals to this. Just going to cover it like that. And then we're going to go ahead and tie a bow, which I was going to do before I went on air. And there's the bow. I kind of want the tails of the bow to be a little bit longer, but the bow actually turned out pretty good. So we're going to go with that. Your glue dots that come with your kit, I'm just going to place one right here. Take the backing off. And voila, you have the inside of your card. Now, you can write your greeting around this, or you can write it on the back. You can do that before you add your bow, if you know it's going to someone specific. Now, we cut this card base down a little bit so it does fit inside the envelope a little bit better because we did trim that envelope off. But let me show you a little trick. Now, if you're a fellow demonstrator and you want to show off, or even a customer, or someone who loves to just stamp for a hobby, and you just collect a lot of fun things, Here's a little tip for you. I'm going to place this inside this envelope, which is ripped, so I'm going to get a different one. Just bear with me one moment. I did not realize that was a ripped envelope. So clear envelopes can be such a blessing because sometimes, you know, when you send a postcard, it's really cool when you send a postcard, right? From when you travel or whatnot. Now I'm going to reinforce this because I don't want anyone just cracking this open with some Seal Plus, I hope. I might need to put it here. Yes, so Seal Plus, just make sure you're not getting it on your card. It's hard to stick it to. That might not look very attractive, but you can just close it. Now hold on. Grab one more thing if they're readily available. And I am going to take my mailing label for my business and I'm going to add it to the outside of this clear envelope. Now I can print another mailing label and I can put it here to the recipient and I can put a stamp right there and it can mail in a clear envelope. So there is your tips and tricks for Fancy FriYAY. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so super excited that I'm able to come to you more than once a week. Sometimes I don't even get to do that, but thank you so much for joining me and for watching my replay of this amazing project. And I certainly hope that you enjoyed it. And wow, it only took 12 some minutes. All right, everybody, have an amazing FriYAY. Celebrate life because cheers to another adventure. It doesn't matter where you're going. It's who you have beside you. And I'm so blessed to have all of you. Many Stampin' Blessings. I'll see you again soon. Have a great weekend.